What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. I have a matchup today of Blue Buggy into Blue Purple Luffy, playing my friend Chad. I'm excited about Blue Purple Luffy in the fact that I think that's a really cool leader with a lot of cool things, and I kind of didn't like how it got optimized into the Katakuri Big Mom. I mean, it was obviously better, but I feel like there's a lot of really cool things you could do with this deck. So I'm excited to see this build. We lost the dice roll. We were going second. We're going to start off with a tapping 2 for a Galdino blocker. And then he's going to swing a big 9 life. We'll take no trigger. And then we're going to go to our 4 Dawn turn. We're going to tap 4, and we're going to play down an Alvida. We get to cycle a little bit, draw 3, trash 2. Thinking about what to trash, thinking about whether to pitch Stage, whether to pitch the Searcher. We also have 3,000 Worlds. We have 2 Croc and Mihawks, I think. We're going to pitch the Searcher. I think I'm going to keep the Stage, play it next turn. I think I can get a lot of value out of it late, and I have an opportunity to play it next turn on 6 Dawn. Thinking about pitching it, but ultimately going to decide to pitch 3,000 Worlds. The only card I could potentially use that on is very late game on like a Nami blocker or on a Bond Clay, which he plays a Bond Clay right now. He gets the Rampant Active Dawn. And yeah, so that's a little bit, but I wasn't going to play 3,000 Worlds on that Bond Clay anyways until much later. So probably wouldn't have been a good idea to keep that 3,000 Worlds for now. We're going to tap 1 for Stage, and now we're going to be able to leader ability. We're going to be able to get the Croc and Mihawk out, thinking on what to pitch. Going to pitch a Galdino Searcher to play Croc and Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. We draw into the promo Buggy. We can pitch a Galdino blocker, and now we can play down an Alvida. We can play down a blocker. So we'll play down the Alvida, draw 3, trash 2. We'll pitch a Croc and Mihawk. I think we already have another one in hand. We'll pitch the second one. So I think next turn we can promo Buggy into Mihawk. Potentially, we can shut off that Bond Clay. He's probably going to swing the Bond Clay, so we could just attack into it with a 5. He goes to his 8 Dawn turn. He didn't get to do his leader ability because he was going to 8 Dawn. But next turn it will be active for him. Looks like he's got his Dawn set around 5 and 3. He's thinking about swinging a 6 life here. And I'm going to give the Galdino blocker at some point. So he swings a 6. I'm going to give the 2K. He swings 7 into life, copying the Croc and Mihawk. And here I'm going to give the Galdino blocker because we're probably going to play over it next turn anyways. He then taps 5 for a Nami blocker. He gets to draw 3 and then put 2 on the top or bottom. He puts them back on top, so he taps the 5 there. He still has 3 standing Dawn, and he passes back to us. So now the idea here is we're going to swing a 5 into the Bond Clay. It's at 1,000 power. And then we can either promo Buggy into Mihawk, fill up our board, or we just do an Odin. That could be a fun thing to play as well, depending on whether he lets this go or not. And when I say let it go, like he could turn that Nami sideways, and then I might not swing my board in anymore. But yeah, we're gonna tap 1 for a Galdino Searcher. We're gonna get to search top 4 for a Cross Guild. We're gonna be able to add a 2K Kabaji here. We still have 7 Dawn, so again, it's promo Buggy Mihawk or it's the Odin. I'm just thinking about what to do, but first we're going to use the effective Stage. Let's cycle 2 hands. I don't think I'm going to need the 3,000 Worlds, and I didn't see the other card I got. We do draw into another 10-cost Buggy, so we're ready to go for next turn. We're just going to slam the Odin down, and then we're going to pass back to him. So now we have a way we can kind of like get into a loop of looping a Buggy. If need be, he is able to use leader ability now. At the start of his turn, he's able to search for a Straw Hat. He adds a Zoro Juro. He goes to 10 Dawn. Yeah, so this is the turn where he could Sanji, but it doesn't look like he's Sanjing. He's instead going to tap 6 for a Boa. So he's able to make my Odin can attack, and he bottom decks my Galdino. That's huge for one thing because the Odin can attack twice. And the second thing is the Galdino is a great candidate to pick up off of the Odin. But then we're going to hit a lucky trigger here of Gravity Blade to get rid of the Nami blocker. So yeah, our board's completely full. We can 10-cost Buggy that Boa away, which we are going to do. But first we're going to cycle our hand a little bit. And again, didn't really see what I gave up and put back, but I think we drew into some 2Ks. I think we're looking for more Buggies. So we're going to just swing 6. We're going to just poke him with some 6s. We're going to start getting a little aggressive. I like he does have 3 standing Dawn, so he probably can easily get out of these swings. But we're going to try to riddle the hand down with 6s. Now we're going to swing an 8. and he's going to give a Gum Gum Giant here. He pitches a Bond Clay, returns 2 Dawn, taps an active Dawn, and he's able to draw 2. He goes +4. Now we're just gonna leader ability, play down the Buggies, and get rid of his Boa. He uses his leader ability now, which if he's got 8 or more Dawn at the start of his turn, he's able to search top 5 for a Straw Hat and put the remaining cards on the top or bottom of his deck. He adds a 2K Usohachi. Well, he's thinking about it. He might add the Gum Gum Giant. He puts them back on top, and it looks like he adds a Gum Gum Giant. Now he's able to refresh. And our board's looking awesome. We do have a 10-cost Buggy, I believe, in hand. So we can easily get rid of something like that. We can also do the loop here where we do Odin. We can loop the Buggy we currently have on board, swing like 12, 10, pick up the Buggy, restand the Odin, swing 10 again, play down the Buggy. So yeah, but he has all his Dawns, so we'll see what he does. If he kills one of our Alvidas, we're not going to be able to do that, but we do have a 10-cost Buggy to be able to do that. So we'll see how he plays this. He swings a 6 life. We don't have any blockers. Actually, he swings 6 into the Alvida. We'll let it die. Was thinking about giving a 2K for that, but ultimately, probably should have given a 2K for that. He's going to tap 5 for a God Thread. He gets to ramp an active Dawn, and also, maybe it's Rested Dawn, but it doesn't matter in that scenario. He also gets a KO at 5 cost, so he's able to attempt to KO our Alvida, and we just pitch a card to save it. And he passes with 5 Dawn standing, so that tells me he's probably got a lot of Gum Gum Giants, Thunder Bagwas, or Gear 2s. We're going to swing a 6 life with the Alvida, swing a 12 life. We're just going to see what he does, and we can go huge with the Odin here. He's going to start with the Gum Gum. We're swinging 12. He goes Gum Gum Giant, and then he also, he goes Gear 3 to get up to 2, and then get up to 9, and then gives 2 2Ks to get up to 13. So he still has 4 standing Dawn, and I'm just thinking, what's the best way to do this? I think what I'm just going to do is make a super aggressive play with the Odin here. I'm not in danger of losing, I don't think. I don't think he can hit me 3 times next turn. So I'm just going to swing. I believe this is 14 at life. He's going to give a Gum Gum Giant, tap 1, return 2 Dawn, draw 2. He pitches the Mihawk, the 9 cost, and then he's going to tap 2 for a Thunder Bagua to go another +4 to ramp a Rested Dawn. And now that gets him up to exactly 14. He needs to give 1K more counter, and he puts on a 2K counter for that. So now his hand size is getting much smaller. We're going to tap 3, pick up the Alvida. We're able to swing another 14. It's a God Thread trigger. He gets to ramp a Rested Dawn. So he starts at 10. And then he's able to add a 2K off the leader ability, search. We got his hand size pretty much more small. We did lose a body on board, so it might be a little bit more difficult to 10-cost Buggy next turn if need be. But our board's looking pretty awesome here with the Buggy and the Odin. We can again apply a ton of pressure. He's going to probably have to leave Dawn up for more Gum Gum Giants, more defensive events. We're also playing blockers. And at that point, we can just keep putting pressure on. So yeah, I feel like we're in a good spot here. Just going to take the Dawn off the Odin. And he adds the 2K Sanji, draws for turn, refreshes. Yeah, he might have some rushers like the 9-10 Luffy or maybe the Snake Man Luffy, but we're at 2 life, so, and plus we have a lot of cards in hand. I think we could easily counter out of an attack, so we're not in danger of losing this turn. And you're just going to scoop. So, yeah, I mean, I think this went about as according to plan as possible for us. He didn't see as much ramp. He saw the 1 Bond Clay, and that was about it. I feel like if he saw some more ramp, it could definitely be different. Also, no Sanjis. It's a huge part to his deck. So he wasn't able to get the Sanjis out and create big tempo plays. So just a little bit unfortunate on his part, but we did everything. We saw what we needed to see. Getting the Odin out, we just put a ton of pressure on. We easily could have promo buggied into Mihawk there, but the fact that he didn't have the Bond Clay on board anymore, made it so we didn't have to do that. We did have to take a hit because of that, but hey, I think that was better because then that Bankley just doesn't sit there, and that means we don't have to make our promo buggy sit there once we get the 10 cost buggies out. But anyways, let me know in the comments and think of it differently. Really appreciate you guys, and see you next time.